1. Which of the following best aligns with the principle of adult learning in preparing educators for the WI Forward exam administration? A. Delivering information through lecture based sessions only. B. Encouraging self directed learning that connects to real classroom experiences. C. Mandating uniform memorization of test protocols. D. Limiting educators' input in training content. 2. When designing professional development for WI Forward exam coordinators, which instructional strategy ensures higher retention and engagement? A. Passive note taking sessions. B. Role playing test administration scenarios. Unstructured peer discussions. D. Solely distributing the testing manual. 3. A key adult learning principle applied in forward exam training emphasizes A. External rewards over internal motivation. B. Relevance to the learner's current role and responsibilities. C. Dependence on the instructor's authority. D. Rigid curriculum pacing. 4. Which of the following best evaluates the effectiveness of a WI Forward exam training session? A. Number of participants who signed attendance sheets. B. Quality of reflective feedback on confidence in testing procedures. C. Length of presentation slides. D. Amount of material covered. 5. During WI Forward exam preparation, formative evaluation helps educators by A. Assessing student scores after the test is completed. B. Providing ongoing feedback to refine testing readiness and instruction. C. Replacing summative assessments. D. Ignoring testing irregularities. 6. Curriculum development for WI Forward exam readiness programs should prioritize A. Short-term memorization of testing facts. B. Integrating test-taking strategies into core academic standards. C. Reducing time spent on literacy and math. D. Focusing solely on administrative procedures. 7. In evaluating test security compliance, the most appropriate method is A. Reviewing teacher surveys on comfort levels. B. Conducting structured audits and documentation checks. C. Hosting informal chats with test administrators. D. Allowing self-reporting without verification. 8. When mentoring new forward exam proctors, a best practice is to A. Assign them to administer the test independently on their first attempt. B. Model correct test administration and provide guided practice. C. Allow flexibility in following directions to reduce pressure. D. Focus only on reading the manual without application. 9. A reflective journal used after WI Forward training primarily supports A. Cognitive overload. B. Self-assessment and professional growth. C. Administrative record keeping. D. Grading performance. 10. Effective communication during test administration is best characterized by A. Using technical jargon to assert authority. B. Providing clear, consistent, and calm directions to students. C. Allowing students to interpret rules independently. D. Emphasizing speed over clarity. 11. Which statement aligns with the goal of curriculum mapping for forward exam readiness? A. Aligning instruction with test specifications and learning standards. B. Reducing instructional time for tested subjects. C. Isolating test content from daily instruction. D. Focusing on untested enrichment activities. 12. A mentor helping colleagues improve WI Forward exam results should primarily A. Impose their own teaching style on others. B. Guide reflection on effective instructional practices and data use. C. Avoid discussing test data to prevent bias. D. Focus solely on compliance documents. 13. The principle of experiential learning in forward exam training means A. Learning through hands-on administration simulations. B. Memorizing all test procedures without context. C. Relying on passive observation of others. D. Avoiding feedback to preserve confidence. 14. Which evaluation tool best measures staff understanding of testing ethics? A. Pre- and post-training assessments with scenario-based questions. B. Attendance reports. C. Time logs of completed training. D. Open-ended surveys without scoring criteria. 15. Regulatory compliance for the DOI Forward exam primarily ensures A. That each district interprets procedures independently. B. Consistency, security, and fairness in statewide testing. C. Increased test flexibility per student. D. Reduced need for accountability. 16. When developing a training plan for WI Forward administrators, Adult Learning Theory recommends A. Presenting all rules in a single extended session. B. Using modular content that allows flexible, self-paced review. C. Relying exclusively on video tutorials. D. Limiting interactive components. 17. The summative evaluation of a forward exam training program focuses on A. Immediate emotional reactions of participants. B. Long-term changes in testing accuracy and compliance. C. Logistical challenges of scheduling. D. Quantity of resources distributed. 18. To promote collaboration among testing staff, facilitators should A. Create opportunities for group problem solving and peer coaching. B. Emphasize competition among proctors. C. Assign individual silent study of materials. D. Discourage open discussion of procedures. 19. An effective mentoring approach for new test administrators includes A. Encouraging questions and providing constructive feedback. B. Limiting communication to written directions only. C. Avoiding performance feedback to prevent anxiety. D. Focusing solely on procedural memorization. 20. In developing forward exam instructional supports, the curriculum designer must ensure A. Alignment with Wisconsin academic standards and assessment blueprints. B. Exclusive focus on standardized testing vocabulary. C. Omission of non-tested skills. D. Uniform lesson pacing across all schools. 21. A core aspect of adult learning theory relevant to forward exam training is the need for relevance, autonomy, and problem-centered learning. B. Dependence on external control and direction. C. Preference for abstract theoretical models. D. Reliance on repetitive rote learning. 22. A key indicator of successful communication during test administration is A. Students' clear understanding of directions and procedures. B. The speed of test completion. C. The number of administrator announcements. D. Reduction in teacher questions. 23. When evaluating the quality of forward exam preparation sessions, one should assess A. Participant engagement and application of learned procedures. Quantity of slides used. C. Total training time. D. Length of written notes. 24. Ethical administration of the WI Forward exam requires A. Adhering strictly to DPI regulations and test security standards. B. Flexibly interpreting guidelines to accommodate convenience. C. Allowing teachers to preview test items. Delegating proctoring without oversight. 25. The purpose of continuous professional reflection after forward exam administration is to identify areas for procedural improvement and staff growth. B. Recreate identical testing methods yearly. C. Reduce future training needs permanently. D. Focus on punitive measures. 26. The mentoring process in forward exam readiness should begin with A. Establishing rapport and clarifying shared goals. B. Assigning immediate complex tasks. C. Testing the mentee's memorization of manuals. Avoiding open dialogue. 27. Which of the following best supports adult learners in retaining forward exam policies? A. Linking policies to realistic testing scenarios. B. Reading lengthy policy texts verbatim. C. Providing dense PowerPoint lectures. D. Minimizing interactive discussion. 28. Formative feedback during test preparation supports A. Continuous adjustment of instructional strategies. B. Delayed assessment after completion. C. Independent study without discussion. D. Removal of reflection time. 29. The most effective method for ensuring forward exam security compliance is A. Conducting unannounced spot checks and reviewing logs. B. Relying on verbal confirmation from staff. C. Ignoring minor deviations. D. Sharing student data openly for verification. 30. A critical goal of forward exam curriculum alignment is to A. Integrate assessment literacy into instructional design. B. Focus exclusively on test day logistics. C. Separate instruction from assessment outcomes. D. Reduce focus on critical thinking skills. 31. Which communication principle helps maintain test integrity during the forward exam? A. Confidentiality and accuracy in information sharing. B. Frequent informal chats about test content. C. Publicly discussing student performance. D. Allowing interpretation of security rules. 32. A professional evaluator assessing a forward exam training program should prioritize A. Validity, reliability, and relevance of assessment tools. B. Entertainment value of training sessions. C. Participant attendance only. D. Aesthetic quality of slides. 33. In mentoring forward exam staff, the best evaluation of success is A. Improved confidence, procedural accuracy, and compliance. B. Reduced number of feedback sessions. C. Increased paperwork volume. D. Extended training duration.